Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory, and we've got a lot of changes on the way over the next 7 days. Here's a look at the Evansville riverfront right now. It's been a very gray, cloudy day, kind of gloomy looking out there, but despite all the clouds, it's actually felt pretty nice out there because look at the flags here. We've got a warm breeze flowing in from the south. So today our temperatures are running about 10 degrees warmer than average for this time of year, and it gets even warmer as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. So mostly cloudy but mild and breezy through the next couple of days. Obviously, temperatures running warmer than normal oftentimes means we'll end up with storms, and it looks like that could be the case this time as well. Thursday, we have a first alert weather day for possible strong to severe storms in the afternoon and evening as a cold front moves through the tri-state, and as that cold front moves out, colder air moves in behind it, and we'll see our high temperatures dropping back into the 30s and the 40s then this weekend and into the start of next week. Right now, this is a look at satellite and radar. You'll notice lots of clouds, the map almost just white there with widespread clouds across the entire tri-state, but no green showing up on that radar. So even though we are scanning the skies right now, we're not picking up any rain of any kind. I wouldn't rule out a little mist or drizzle, but in general, it looks like it's going to stay cloudy but dry through the rest of the day today and into the night tonight. Now, late tonight into early Wednesday morning, it is possible we could get an isolated shower at any point during the day Wednesday, but mainly during the morning hours. An isolated shower or two may pop up, but I think many of us will stay dry. Then Wednesday afternoon, the clouds thin out a bit. We get a few peaks of sunshine in here. It doesn't last, though, by Wednesday evening and into the overnight hours Wednesday night. Clouds start to build back in, along with another chance of some very isolated rain showers. I think Thursday will probably start out mostly cloudy, but mainly dry. Then as we get into Thursday afternoon, that's where things start to get interesting. This is showing the potential for 2 waves of rain, but it looks like we may miss the first one. A little uncertain about that. This is showing this kind of broken line of showers, maybe a few thunderstorms farther north coming in from the west Thursday afternoon. But notice those kind of push to the north-northeast and generally taper off. And so much of the tri-state may end up staying dry for a good chunk of Thursday afternoon. Then Thursday evening, we'll have another round of storms developing off to the west, and it looks like that's where we could get some rain. Now, I don't think this is going to be widespread rain. This is not going to be a situation where we have this, big fat line of thunderstorms that pushes through and just soaks the entire tri-state. It looks like this may end up being either a broken line where there's kinds of the storms are kind of lined up, but there's gaps in the line there, or just individual thunderstorms kind of popping up all over the tri-state. So some of you may even end up missing the rain Thursday evening. That's a possibility, while others may end up getting just some rain or maybe even some severe storms, just depending on how this plays out and where exactly those storms set up. So we'll have this kind of broken line or maybe just individual cells of showers and storms then popping up and pushing from west to east across the tri-state Thursday evening. Then it looks like this rain will move east and generally start to push out of the tri-state sometime between 10 p.m. and midnight. So I think by about midnight Thursday night, the storms will be gone and we'll all be drying out. So this isn't a situation, I don't think right now, where you would have to stay up all night worried about severe weather. This is going to be something that could maybe impact the evening commute on Thursday. A lot of folks are out and about at the time of day that these storms are potentially going to be hitting, so that's something to consider. But by the time most folks are kind of winding down their day and headed to bed, these storms will be making their way out of the tri-state. As for our severe weather threat, notice as you get farther south, places like Muhlenberg County, you start to cross over into that level 1 risk. Most of the tri-state currently outlooked at a level 2 out of 5 for scattered severe storms. So widespread severe weather is not expected from this system, but a few strong to severe storms certainly possible. If I widen out the view so you can kind of see the entire risk map altogether, you'll notice we're kind of on the southern end of this area outlooked at that level 2. I really think the greater risk for severe storms storms will be just northeast of the tri-state, places like Vincennes stretching over toward Lagodi and areas just to the northeast of there. That's more where I see the more focused risk of severe weather, but again, it's not that exact of a science. It's possible we could get some strong to severe storms down here in the tri-state as well. The question is really whether or not this is even actually going to come together. I want you prepared for the worst, but we're all hoping for the best. When you talk about what you need to develop a severe thunderstorm, we use the acronym SLIM. You need shear, lift, instability, and moisture. I believe that we will have shear. With that cold front moving in, we should have lift. What I'm not sure about is if we'll have enough instability or moisture. It looks like those ingredients are going to be right at the cusp, where it may be just enough that if things come together just right, we could get a supercell capable of producing hail, damaging winds, or even a tornado. It's also possible that we fall just short of having enough instability and moisture to really get these storms going, and this ends up mainly just being scattered rain. Both of those are possibilities. So that's why we have this first alert weather day, because I want you to be aware and prepared for that possibility that if things come together just right, we could end up with supercells capable of producing some hail, but more likely a damaging wind or even a tornado threat there. But also don't be shocked if Thursday evening comes and goes and you don't get anything but a little bit of rain. That is also a possibility. So we're preparing for that worst case scenario while also acknowledging that this may not quite come together. That is also a possibility. So I just want you to be prepared either way. Let's see. Good afternoon, Emma and Chris and Suzanne. Thank you guys for tuning in. Jeff said he liked yesterday's weather better than today. Yesterday we had that sunshine. Today it's just so gray and gloomy, and that's really limiting quite how much we can warm up. The wind is obviously helping us out, but that sunshine yesterday really came in clutch there. We'll talk a little bit more about temperatures just a second, because we have big changes on the way. Ryan saying that he doesn't feel that Thursday is something to freak out about. I don't want anyone to ever freak out. We just want you prepared, not scared. Okay, I want you to know that if you have plans Thursday evening, if you're going to be out and about, you need to make sure that you have your phone with your alerts turned on and your location turned on, so that if you're out driving around, you're out at an event or something, you're at work, whatever it may be, that you would still be notified if a warning was issued for your location, even if you're away from your home, because like I said, Thursday evening, that's the time when a lot of folks might be out and about, but it is possible that this could be nothing more than some scattered rain. There's just that potential that we could also end up with tornadoes, so don't be too quick to brush it off. Yes, Matthew, again, talking about if moisture uptrends, we may see more severe potential. Yeah, again, that instability and that moisture, those are the two ingredients I'm just not totally convinced on yet. I don't know that we're going to have enough to really get these storms going, but we're right on the bubble. So it could happen, or it could end up falling apart. We'll see. And good afternoon, Laura and Paula. Thank you guys for watching. So that kind of summarizes the first alert weather day. I hope I answered everyone's questions. If you do have a question, drop it in the comments. I'll try to answer it. I also want to talk about how this cold front's going to impact our temperatures, because we have some big swings in our temperatures on the way over the next few days. Right now, our temperatures are sitting in the low to mid 50s. We haven't warmed up quite as much as I thought we might today, because those clouds are so thick and so low that the sun is just not breaking through at all. But we do have the wind helping us out. All day today, we've had this wind flowing in from the south around 10 to 15 or even 20 miles an hour, pulling warmer air up into the tri-state. As we move forward with the rest of today and into tonight, those temperatures are not going to change very much. Typically, we would be at kind of the warmest part of the day now, and once the sun sets, you would see those temperatures kind of taking a nosedive. I'm not expecting that tonight. The clouds are going to hang around, but clouds during the day cool you off. Clouds at night might actually keep you a little warmer. They act almost like a blanket, trapping whatever heat you have managed to pick up throughout the day and keeping it from escaping out into the atmosphere. So clouds will actually keep us with our temperatures more steady through the night tonight, and we're still going to have that southerly wind pushing that warmer air into our region. So today's high may only reach the mid to upper 50s, but tonight's low will also only be in the low to mid 50s. So our temperatures really holding pretty steady through the rest of today and tonight. Tomorrow, like I said, mostly cloudy, maybe a few sprinkles first thing in the day. As we get into the afternoon, I do think the clouds will thin a little bit. We'll get at least a few peaks of sunshine. We will still have very warm air flowing in from the south-southwest, so it's going to be another breezy day. That plus even just a peak of sunshine, I think is going to push us into the upper 60s. We may even hit 70 tomorrow afternoon. If we do, that would be the first time we've had the 70s so far this year. And it would be right up there in the range of where our records are this time of year. I don't think we'll quite reach the record, but both Wednesday and Thursday, I think our high will reach somewhere right around 70, somewhere in the upper 60s to low 70s. Our records for Wednesday and Thursday are 73 and 74. So maybe not quite reaching those records, but we're a lot closer to the record than we are to the average. Our normal high temperatures this time of year would be in the mid to upper 40s. So we're running well above normal. Even our overnight lows will be warmer than our normal highs this time of year. But then that cold front rolls through on Thursday evening. That brings us that chance of possibly a few scattered strong to severe storms, but it also changes our wind direction and colder air starts to flow in from the northwest. And look at the impact that has on our temperatures. We just start dropping. And by Friday, we're looking at highs almost 20 degrees colder than the day before, only reaching the low 50s, then mid to upper 40s on Saturday. Sunday into Monday looks like the coldest stretch of weather with highs in the 30s and lows dipping into the 20s at night. Then by Tuesday of next week, though, we start to rebound a little bit. Those temperatures start to trend back up into the 40s. And the extended outlook from Wednesday, February 25th through the end of next week does show a trend back toward above average temperatures, but it also has above average precipitation. And actually, the Climate Prediction Center has outlooked us for the possibility of some heavy precipitation. It stretches across most of the state of Kentucky, southeast Illinois, most of Indiana and Ohio. This whole area kind of outlined in green here has the potential for maybe getting some heavy precipitation sometime second half of next week. The models are still really all over the place with the timing, but it would be sometime Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of next week. So again, we're talking about something that's a week and a half away at this point, but that is something we'll be monitoring. Is we've got this first alert weather day Thursday for a cold front that's going to take us from the 70s back down into the 50s and 40s all the way into the 30s. Then by Sunday and Monday we start to warm back up on Tuesday, but as that warm air starts to move in middle of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we could then be setting ourselves up for another round of rain moving in sometime second half of next week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and that would most likely be followed by another cool down. So, but again, that's a whole week away. We'll worry about that next week. For right now, keep your focus on what's going to happen over the next couple of days, because it will be very spring-like and breezy Wednesday and Thursday, but then we do have that chance of storms Thursday afternoon and even more so as we get into Thursday evening. Jennifer asking about the storms tomorrow. There's not storms in the forecast tomorrow, Jennifer. Tomorrow we may get an isolated shower Wednesday morning, but we're not expecting thunderstorms. That risk of severe weather is Thursday, maybe in the afternoon, but more likely in the evening. Right now, the most likely window for storms on Thursday seems to be from about 5 to 10 p.m. Hello, Mary Beth. Paula asking how much rain we're going to get out of this. I don't think we'll get a whole lot, and that is largely because, like I said before, moisture is a concern with this storm system. I'm just not convinced it's going to have enough moisture to really get these storms going. So for the same reason that I'm iffy on our severe weather chances, I don't think we'll have a whole lot of rain. This is not going to be a big sort of widespread line that moves through and soaks the whole tri-state. This is going to be scattered storms. Some of you may not even get rain, and those of us that do, I think it'll be pretty quick and will probably total a ½ inch of rain or less. So I don't think our rain totals from this are going to be all that impressive, Paula. For those of you asking about timing, I am going to circle back around to the top here just for a minute. I can just kind of walk you through the next couple of days. Starting with this afternoon, it's cloudy, but it's dry. It's going to stay that way through the rest of the day today. Late tonight and into Wednesday morning, we may see a few very isolated showers. Many of us will stay dry, though. The clouds then briefly thin out. We may get a few peaks of sunshine in here Wednesday afternoon. That's going to help warm us up to near 70 tomorrow afternoon. But the clouds move back in along with those very spotty rain chances then Wednesday night. Thursday morning, I think we'll start out mainly dry. The storm chances start to pick up as we get into the second half of the day. Notice this is showing kind of a broken line of showers with a chance of thunderstorms farther north starting around lunchtime on Thursday in Illinois. But this is indicating that those showers and storms may kind of fall apart as they push to the north-northeast, and much of the tri-state won't see that first round of rain. So some of us may get a little bit of rain or maybe even a thunderstorm Thursday afternoon. Many of us may end up staying dry till Thursday evening, though, mainly after 4 or 5 p.m. That's when this next round of rain starts to push in from the west. So this is going to be mainly Thursday evening. And like I was saying before, this is not a situation where we're expecting some big, wide line of storms to push through and just soak the whole tri-state. This is either going to be a kind of broken, narrow line of storms, or it could even just be individual thunderstorm cells popping up across the tri-state Thursday evening. And then these just kind of scattered storms will work their way from west to east across the tri-state Thursday evening and push out of our regions probably sometime between 10 p.m. and midnight Thursday night. So this would be mainly Thursday evening from about 5 to 10 p.m. is the most likely window for us to get storms. But depending on how that earlier round plays out, some of us could also get some thunderstorms Thursday afternoon, like between noon and 4 p.m. So we'll be watching that closely, but I think more like 5 to 10 is your more likely window. As for the severe weather risk, most of the tri-state outlooked in this level 2 risk for scattered severe storms. So widespread severe weather is not expected from this system. We are not expecting widespread severe storms out of this. We're kind of on the southern end of a rather large area outlooked in that level 2. The kind of center of the bullseye would be more like Vincennes over to Lagodi and areas just north of that as you head toward Terre Haute. That would be kind of the center. The tri-state is on the southern end of that, but still in that level 2 risk where some scattered severe storms are possible if everything comes together. And as I was explaining before to those of you who were already tuned in here, this is our kind of storm ingredient checklist. The acronym is SLIM. You need shear, lift, instability, and moisture to get severe storms. We should have shear and lift. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough instability and moisture. We're going to be right at the cusp there where we could have just enough instability and moisture that things come together, and we could end up with supercells that would be capable of producing hail, damaging winds, or even a tornado. If we don't have enough instability and moisture, this could end up being just scattered showers. So both of those are possible, but because there is that potential that if things come together just right, if we have just enough instability, just enough moisture, we could end up with supercells producing a wind and tornado threat to Thursday evening. I don't want you to be caught off guard by that. So please, if you are going to be, especially if you're going to be out and about, if your kids have activities and stuff and you're going to be out on the town Thursday evening, make sure you have your phone with the First Alert Weather app with the notifications turned on and have it follow your location so that even if you're away from home, if a warning is issued for where you are, your phone would go off and give you that notification. Just better safe than sorry. I don't want anyone to be caught off guard if you do have a warning issued for your location on Thursday, because again, it could still go either way. We could end up with multiple severe thunderstorms with damaging winds and tornadoes, both possible, or this could end up just being, you know, some breezy showers. But, you know, err on the side of caution with this, just in case. 70 degrees in February should set off some alarm bells in your head. That's not real normal, and that oftentimes does set us up for severe weather. So just don't be shocked if we do get some severe storms Thursday evening. We have had that first alert weather day in place for a couple days now to give you the heads up that it's a potential situation there. Behind that cold front that's bringing us that chance of storms Thursday evening, it is going to get sharply colder. It's actually going to feel like winter again this weekend with highs in the 30s and 40s. Sunday into Monday is the coldest stretch of weather. Then by Tuesday, we start to warm things back up again, back into the 40s then. All right. Hi, Christian, Cindy, Paula, thank you guys so much for commenting. I hope I answered everyone's questions. I'm not seeing any more questions in the comment section, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons will have an updated look at your forecast on 14 News Tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10, and he'll have another streaming show tonight at 9. So if you do have any weather questions, he should have some updated data, some new information for you tonight at 9, and he'll answer your questions then as well, okay? So I hope you'll join him for that at 9 o'clock tonight on our streaming platforms. Wherever you're watching me right now, you can watch Jeff again tonight at 9, all right? Everybody have a great rest of your day. And, you know, before the storms get here, enjoy that nice spring-like weather Wednesday and Thursday. All right, have a good one, folks.